Hello and welcome back to another episode of Supportive Service Dogs. My name is Charlie and I am the handler to Barbie, which is behind my handle, It's Barbie Paris. Today I would like to just kind of do a quick installment in the series and talk about how I stimulate my service dog and things that I recommend as somebody who predominantly stays home with their service animal. My service animal doesn't necessarily, like, I don't work out of the home. A lot of the things I do at home or in some type of like community manner, like at a store or something like that. And so that's where she needs to be accustomed to, and that's where she needs to go. And so when she was very young, obviously we like made sure that we worked with her. We worked up to going to places, and so places like grocery stores and things like that are places that she does thrive. But I would say more than not, at least 5 days of the week, I'm probably home and I don't leave the house longer than to like go pick up kiddo from school. So generally speaking, I'm just home all of the time. So what do I do to keep my service dog fresh for when I need to take them out again? Here are a few things that I recommend and things that I like to do. First of all, every single day, no matter how small it is, make sure that you're doing something stimulating in a training way. And so for my service dog, that might be doing something like we call it push ups, where I have her, she's sitting in the room, so I'm going to spell it out to you, but I will have her SIT and then LAYDOWN. And then I repeat those commands over and over and over again. And basically, she does doggy push ups. We do that a lot. We do a lot of the leave it command, where I will, yeah, she heard that, but I will line up treats and I will just let her just sit and wait and have to like sit in place and wait for things. And so we do a lot of things like that. Maybe it's PLACE underneath my chair, and we work with that and we just kind of sit there and watch a movie while she does that. And we're making sure that we're working on those commands and she's staying fresh on that. That is like the most important thing. Another thing I like to do is like when I'm in the shower, running around, doing things where like maybe she's just kind of laying around on the TVs. I like to put on a desensitizing playlist. And so on my desensitizing playlist, I have things like construction noises, city sounds, sounds of Disney rides, screaming children, like things like that. Things that she might come around, or thunderstorms or hurricanes, anything, fireworks, anything that I think that she might come in contact with or things that we need to work with. I put on that playlist and we listen to it, and she listens to the sounds, and we start off low and go slow, and then we maybe sometimes have it up a lot higher. And so she's getting exposed to sounds even while we're home. Another way that you can kind of do that is to just sit on your in front of your street. How my street is structured is we have like our backyard, which is very private, but then we have our front yard, which is kind of almost a social area. A lot of people just kind of sit outside and like have their garages open and interact with their neighbors and things like that. But that's something you could do too, is just sit near your front door. I bring out my kitchen chairs, and it sounds kind of weird, but in my area, it's really not. And I just kind of sit with my dog. We listen to cars and the music and people driving through and people playing basketball. And we just work on ignoring it. And the same thing in our backyard. We have a neighbor's catty corner that always have like dogs barking, and same thing, we can kind of run the same stuff, her ignoring it, us just sitting, us placing, us learning how to be calm when we're not like in the walls of the house, I think is really productive too. And it doesn't take leaving the house very much. Another way that I like to stimulate and continue working my service animal while at home is making sure that they have lots of things to work their mind and their brains, such as things like frozen treats, snuffle mats, things like that. Anything that's going to get their brains up and moving and going, I think is super important. And I have found is vital in keeping her calm and tired when maybe I don't have the most energy to take my wheelchair, take her for a walk, things like that. It's just something that's easier for us to do and allows her to get a lot of that energy out. I think dogs get a lot of energy out through like the sniffing process. So things like snuffle mats or peanut butter, I have found are excellent ways for her to get very tired very quickly. When they're young, I think it's also a great time when you're at home to desensitize different things. So make sure you're touching their ears, touch their nose, pet their nose, touch their tail, grab their tail, do different things that get them used to tactily being handled, maybe at the vet, at the groomers, anything that you need. While we're home, we'll work on things like placing, maybe to help with like, because we do a lot of our, honestly, a lot of our eating, we'll like eat in front of the TV, like as family, like to like eat and watch movies, but sometimes I'll just take lunches at the main table and have her just sit and practice the same way we would do inside of a coffee shop or restaurant. And I think keeping those kinds of routines up, even when we're not doing those things, are so important, and they do pay off. Like, you think something as simple as playing like a siren noise on your TV isn't going to make the difference, but your dog listens to the siren sounds like 10 different times. They don't care about the siren sound. And so you're working on things even at home, and they are a better service dog, and they're more prepared for the things that you've done at home. For the activities to do at home, including like the things for exhausting, like the snuffle mats or freezing peanut butter, and I want to get the topple piece, but things like that. I think that there's a lot of really great options and a lot of really great things for low spoons. I like to sit in my chair and just toss a ball. My dog really likes fetch and will just bring it to me when her main tasks is retrieval, and so that also works on skills like that. We will also do different training and quote unquote tasks and skills that she has, like spinning, and working with her, having her SIT and then spinning around, and then SIT, and then running different commands in different orders. I think works their brains in different ways. Think of something new every day, think of a different order. And doing things like that, like the spinning and stuff, also I think exhausts them while works on their listening skills, just different things like that. Having them sit down at the end of the room and hold and place, that takes little spoons. There's a lot of things that you can do to really set your service dog up for success, even during times where maybe you feel unwell, during injury, maybe your car's broke down. I don't know. That's been my year. But there's a lot of things that you can do at home. Let me know if you have any recommendations for home-based training or things that you like to do to prepare your dog, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or something else that basically enables you to stay home more than other people. So yeah, Barbie stays home a lot, but I am also with her, and then she goes out when I go out, but more often than not, that's like places, again, like the grocery store or something like the gas station. Like, she is often just home with me. And so how do we make that work? What do we do? What do you guys recommend? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching this quick little blip podcast. I'm working on some ideas right now, cooking up some ideas for this podcast. If you guys have any questions about service dogs or something that you guys would like to see me talk about specifically, feel free to let me know, and I will respond the best way I can. If I think it justifies an entire episode, I will make an entire episode and I will credit you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are interested in my other disability content, my special interest content, other service dog episodes, please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time.